Alright, so I wanted to share another patch for the HS Stump XL, and this one is to do with practicing. A while back I showed you a video with my small practice board where I had like a small pedal modeler, like amp in a box, so to speak, a looper and the freeze pedal. This is the same thing, but done in the Stump XL. I'll show you also the end little looper trick, Bill Frisell looper trick. These things I think separately I showed in a separate two videos, sorry. And all these links are in the description and a pinned comment as always. The zip file where you will find this is on my website. There will be a link. It's free to download, but if you can make a donation, it's great, so I can keep making these patches. And thank you again for all the people that downloaded and donated. Quite loads of downloads recently. I've added some of the neural amp modeler as well, my pedals and effects. Also, if you could, I'm just a bit of to do with the channel. I'm close to 4,000 followers. If you could just click on the subscribe. I want to get to 4,000. There are about 100, so hopefully with this video I will get 100 subscribers, because I think 90% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, because obviously the algorithm suggests my video to everybody if you're subscribed or not. So if you could, it'd be great. I would want to push over the 4,000 subscribers. Excellent. So the patch again is for the Stump XL as always, and if I go back to my board here. If I go back to my board here, you can see I have 4 blocks. The first one is the looper, and I can access the looper with that first foot switch at the top and go back with the mode button. The second one is an amp, and it's because obviously the looper and the freeze, which is called poly-sustain, is in the delay section of the Line 6 software. It's those two take up a lot of memory. So once you have the looper and the poly app on the patch, to add, the only thing I could add was like there were 2 amps. One was the Roland, and that's the one I picked, and then a reverb just to give you a bit of ambience. If you want anything else from distortion, it will have to be on a loop. So I'm on a wireless at the moment, but if I want some distortion, I would probably add an external pedal. So again, I can use the looper and I can make myself like a real backing track, which I did at the very beginning. And I can play over that. And it's the 6 foot switches, and I will go back to this in a moment. And then if I want to just show, let's say a scale or a lick over a static chord, I can use the foot switch at the middle at the bottom row. And let's say if I want to play a C major 7 chord, that would hold it for me. At the moment I picked a momentary foot switch where you can put that as a latch, so you can basically just click the foot switch and that will sustain without having for you to hold down the pedal, so to speak. I prefer it to be on a momentary foot switch, because if I wanted to go to a next chord, that's a lot easier for me. I can just release. It's like a pedal for the piano, like a sustain pedal. Okay, so I'm going to make an example. So I can go from C major and show what I want to show. And then I can go from chord to chord and show my licks, so to speak, and practice over a chord, or over if I have a lick in a particular chord, I can then go to the next chord and transpose it. Okay, so this is a good little practice board that I've used for years, and I've now just used it. I basically found a way to put it on the Helix, what would you call it, ecosystem software, whatever, you pick the word really. So another little trick that you can do with this, with any patch where you have the looper, this is something that I've added also a patch towards the Bill Frisell kind of ambient shoegazer kind of style of playing, so to speak. So I want to go back on the looper, and what I want to do now, let's pretend I'm playing over like a C major chord, okay, and I want to create like an ambient, like really high pitched, almost like, the way I think about it is like a rainfall kind of effect, so to speak. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to record some quite high notes in the key of C randomly, you know. Okay. And you can see I recorded them. This is the trick. So this is the trick. I need to first push the half speed effect, okay? And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to be recording at regular speed, but then I'm just going to play the track back at when I switch it, you will see in a second, to the regular speed at twice the pitch. So the pitch is going to be 1 octave higher. So here we go. Okay, there was a little mistake there, it's fine. Okay. And I can just add things if I go back to the lower octave. If I go backwards, I'm now going backwards in the loop. Okay. This is probably a bit too fast, but I can go back now on the presets. And if I go on my reverb, now I'm going backwards, okay. So let's add more notes. Let's go into the reverb, longer decay, a bit more mix. Now I can play chords in the key of C, you know, and use the sustain. That's the idea, really. Okay, so you have this, this background that you can work against, so to speak. Obviously, it's all connected to the key that you're playing in, but I think it's a good way to kind of create that ambient idea, so to speak. So that's all for today. Again, remember, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to that, the a round figure. And if you can, share the video, the usual stuff like the video. This all helps the channel. And remember that all the links are always in the description and in a pinned comment. All right, take care. Bye-bye.